The act of kindness, the gesture. A middle-aged man, Daniel, is waiting in line at a coffee shop on a rainy Tuesday morning. He's had a good month at work, just received a bonus, and feels genuinely grateful. In front of him, a young woman in her early 20s is counting coins nervously, her hands trembling. She's short by $3 for her coffee and breakfast sandwich. The barista sighs impatiently. Daniel steps forward without thinking and hands the cashier a $20 bill. "Cover hers and keep the change," he says with a warm smile. The young woman, Sophia, looks at him with tears forming in her eyes. "Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means." He waves it off kindly and leaves, umbrella in hand, feeling good about his small act of generosity. He'll never see her again, or so it thinks. The interview. Sophia clutches the coffee and sandwich like precious treasures as she rushes through the rain to a job interview across town. She hadn't eaten in nearly 2 days, had spent her last money on bus fare, and was running on fumes. The caffeine and food hit her system just in time. She arrives at the marketing agency with 5 minutes to spare, composes herself in the bathroom, and walks into the interview room with renewed energy and confidence. Her portfolio is strong, but it's her enthusiasm and sharp mind, now fueled and focused, that seals the deal. The hiring manager, impressed by her hunger to succeed in creativity, offers her the position on the spot. She accepts, nearly crying with relief. Her life, which was spiraling into homelessness and despair, has just been pulled back from the edge of the abyss, all because of $20 from a stranger. The campaign. 6 months later, Sophia has proven herself invaluable at the agency. She's assigned to a major project, a viral marketing campaign for a new energy drink targeted at young adults. Sophia pours everything into it. She creates bold, provocative content that pushes boundaries. Humor mixed with featuring extreme sports and late-night party culture. The campaign goes viral beyond anyone's expectations. The energy drink becomes the hottest product of the year. Salis Exploder. The company's stock triples. Sophia gets a promotion and a substantial bonus. She's finally stable, renting a decent apartment, sending money to her struggling mother. She feels like she's made it. The campaign is everywhere. Billboards, social media, TV commercials, convenience stores. The influence among the millions who see the campaign is a 17-year-old high school student named Marcus. He's impressionable, struggling to fit in, desperate to be seen as cool and fearless like the people in the ads. He buys the energy drink religiously, drinks multiple cans a day, stays up late studying and gaming, mimicking the hustle culture the ads glorify. His friends notice his new energy, his boldness. He becomes more popular. One Friday night, at a party, trying to impress a girl and live up to the persona he's built, Marcus drinks 4 cans of the energy drink mixed with alcohol, something he saw referenced in online memes related to the campaign. His heart, with an undiagnosed minor congenital condition, cannot handle the strain. He collapses on the bathroom floor. The emergency. Marcus's friends panic and call 911. An ambulance rushes him to the hospital. He survives, but barely. His heart stopped twice in the ER. Doctors revive him, stabilize him, and discover the heart condition. He'll need monitoring and lifestyle changes for the rest of his life. His parents are devastated and furious. They learn about the excessive energy drink consumption. They research the marketing campaign, read about other similar incidents nationwide. Several teenagers have been hospitalized. One died in another state under similar circumstances. The parents hire a lawyer. They're going to sue not just the energy drink company, but the marketing agency responsible for the campaign that, in Tier B, glorified dangerous behavior to children. The lawsuit. The lawsuit becomes a media sensation. Did this viral campaign kill teenagers? Reads the headline. The marketing agency is thrust into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Internal emails are subpoenaed, showing that some executives had concerns about targeting minors, but were overruled by profit motives. Sophia's name appears in documents. She created the content, though she never intended harm and had no decision-making power over the target demographic. She's called to testify. Her face appears on news segments. Online, she's vilified by angry parents and activists. The woman who poisoned our children for profit. Her Instagram is flooded with death threats. Her mental health crumbles under the weight of guilt and public hatred. The spiral. The agency settles a lawsuit for millions, but fires several employees as scapegoats, including Sophia. Her reputation in the industry is destroyed. No agency will hire her. She's toxic by association. Her savings dwindle rapidly. She falls back into poverty, this time with the added burden of public infamy and crushing guilt. She blames herself, constantly. That boy almost died because of my work. She starts drinking heavily, stops answering calls from her mother, isolates herself completely. One night, in a state of desperation and intoxication, she gets behind the wheel to buy more alcohol. She knows she shouldn't drive but feels too broken to care. The rain is falling, just like that Tuesday morning 2 years ago. The accident. Sophia runs a red light at an intersection. Her reflexes dulled by alcohol and exhaustion. She crashes directly into another vehicle, a sedan carrying a family of 3, returning from their daughter's piano recital. The impact is catastrophic. The father, who was driving, is killed instantly. The mother suffers severe spinal injuries and will never walk again. The 9-year-old daughter, in the backseat, survives with traumatic injuries and will require years of physical therapy and psychological counseling. Sophia survives with minor injuries. She's arrested at the scene for vehicular manslaughter and DUI. The news cycle, which had briefly forgotten about her, erupts again. Marketing executive turned killer. She's sentenced to 12 years in prison. The ripple effect. The family destroyed by the accident tries to rebuild. The widow, now in a wheelchair and unable to work, loses their home. She and her daughter move in with her elderly parents, who struggled to provide care while managing their own health issues. The little girl, once bright and cheerful, develops severe PTSD and anxiety. She stops playing piano, stops sleeping through the night, and screams whenever she hears car engines. The widow files for bankruptcy. Medical bills and legal fees consume everything. In prison, Sophia attempts suicide twice. She's placed on watch, medicated, numb. Meanwhile, Daniel, the man who gave $20 in a coffee shop, has no idea about any of this. He's living his life, occasionally doing small kindnesses, never knowing that one of them triggered a chain of events that destroyed multiple families. The truth revealed. 5 years into Sophia's sentence, a journalist writing a long-form piece about the ethics of viral marketing decides to trace the entire story back to its origin. Through interviews and research, she discovers Sophia's history, the homelessness, the job interview, the coffee shop moment. She finds Daniel through credit card records from that day legally obtained for the piece and schedules an interview. When she tells him the full story, how his $20 saved Sophia, led to her career, led to the campaign, led to the hospitalized teenager, led to her downfall, led to the fatal accident, he sits in stunned, horrified silence. I was trying to help someone, he whispers. The article is published. The $20 bill that killed a family. How one act of kindness spiraled into tragedy. Daniel reads it and weeps. He donates a large sum to the affected families anonymously, but it doesn't ease his conscience. He stops doing random acts of kindness. He questions every action. The weight of unintended consequences crushes him. In prison, Sophia also reads the article. For the first time, she learns about Daniel, the stranger whose kindness gave her a chance at life. She writes him a letter from prison. Please don't stop being kind. The chaos isn't your fault. It's not even mine. It's just chaos. But Daniel never opens the letter. He can. The butterfly's wings had flapped that rainy Tuesday morning, and the hurricane destroyed everything in its path. And no one, not Daniel, not Sophia, not the families, could have seen it coming.